Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladettes. Today we're going to go through and finalize our installation of some of our AUXBEAM products. This is our 8-gang switch panel and our ditch lights. Exciting, stay tuned. We all love being able to see at night. Now, the lights on the front of the Surf here from 1996 are 26 years old. So they're basically candles with a reflective shield on the back. Time for an upgrade. A little light upgrade is not only going to help us on road with sight and seeing, but also being able to identify hazards off-road or even just at camp. If we rock up late, we want to be able to help each other set up with a bit of lighting. It's going to be great. So let's break down what we're going to go over today and the upgrades we're going to install. I first picked them up when I was looking for some chase lights for the rear. Grabbed them off Amazon, cheap as chips, nice and easy. And they're tucked way up in the back here, you can barely even see them, but they're just supposed to be chase lights or reverse lights. Since then, they've come to the channel, said they want to sponsor me with some gear, and so that's what we're going to install today, or at least glance over how I've already installed it. Now, most people are going to be running a flood beam light bar up the top or on the bonnet or on the grille. Either way, I'm not a fan of big 40-inch light bars across the roof. Instead, I've gone with far more American looking style, which is a couple ditch lights. The idea of a flood beam is to be able to glance a light in a wide spectrum across your road or across your field of view. With a normal, say, spotlight or just a normal short light bar that's designed as a spotlight, that's going to be long field of view but nothing in the width. So a few ditch lights here and there are just going to give me that extra 45 sort of degree angle, so I'm seeing stuff off the side of the road, identifying hazards before it comes out in front of me, and keeping an eye out for stuff really. Not only that, but I just generally like the look of a ditch light. These AUXBEAM 3-inch pod lights are great to act as my ditch lights. They're nice, small, perfect for the corners of the windscreen here, and the mounts are supplied by Amazon again, sweet stuff. Not only are they nice, simple, and give off a lot of light, they also come with their own wiring harness, which makes for a quick, easy plug-and-play kind of attitude installation. They also do come with a clear lens. If you want the white light, you got the clear lens there, but however, I'm going to go with the amber because I just like the amber a bit better. Adds more attitude for the 4Runner. Surf, I know, it's a Surf, but you know, all the stuff comes from America, so you gotta word it right. This little 8-gang switch panel here has to be one of my favorite installations I've done on the truck. It is just super simple. It makes things really easy to install future accessories, lights, relays, etc, etc. The panel itself comes as just its whole unit. I've then cut out this old, I don't know what it was called, basically gave me the temperature, the degree, you know, altitude, and north, south, east, west, and it was useless. It always told me the wrong information. So I ripped that out and put this AUXBEAM switch panel in instead. It has this little tail end here that then runs off. All you gotta do is plug that into the other tail end, which comes from the fuse box. Now, I've dug this way down here. What used to be here was the ABS unit that I have since ripped out because, well, I don't need it. I've deleted my ABS. But this is a perfect little spot here that enables me to basically just flip it open, plug a new positive and a new negative in for a new light, say. I want to install a light somewhere on the truck. All I do is run wires here, positive, negative, for number 4, and that means number 4 switch up the top there will now switch power to this when I want it to. Super easy installation. All you gotta do is run constant 12-volt power from the battery, constant ground from the battery, and where is it? This little red one here is your switched accessories 12-volt. So that runs up, plugs into my next little fuse box up here. A little fuse box that I've built that is basically just takes switch 12-volt and breaks it out into 4 separate units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using 3 right now. One is for the fuse panel from the 8-gang rocket switch. 1 or 2 are for both the AFR gauge, boost gauge, and the boost solenoid. So I've still got one more spare just in case I want to install something later on that's just needs switch 12-volt. That's a handy little spot. I highly recommend doing something similar on your vehicle. Just makes things easy. Super easy to install now that I'm basically sitting upside down. I've already done number 5 up here. This is our rear lights. So this is the amber color for the rear lights. So I've got chase lights basically. Number 6 there, that is the white color for our rear lights. So that's if I want to reverse or just utilize them as a work light. Finally, we will install this one. This is going to be our switch for our ditch lights. Super easy. All we're going to do is pick a number. Let's go with number 4 here. We will unscrew the positive and screw that in. Now I'm not going to do it all tidy because I'm just showing you. But all we do is screw that in, done and dusted. Number 4 is now going to be our ditch lights. Now the reason it's wired or wed to these switches here is I can break it down in the video up there on how to do this. But basically I've got it so I can switch it between no light at all. That light is going to be powered by the high beam lights, or by the switch panel. My neck's getting sore, so let's call this done. That's installed. On to the next thing. Oh God. So on for this. Oh. So I missed out all the nitty-gritty stuff of actually running wires. It's pretty simple. Buy some conduit, like this stuff here. It's cheap off Amazon. I get a lot of stuff from Amazon. It's cheap off Amazon, and that just protects your wires. So that's come all the way from the rear from those chase lights. You probably can't see that because it's down here. That just keeps things simple. I've run all the lines. All I need now to test everything. So power on from the battery. That power is going to be going through to my switch panel. Switch panel from here is going to be able to send power from the switch through into the fuse box, from the fuse box out into the ditch lights. Bam! We can also, let's go with what we wire in, number 5 was our chase lights, so we can put them on, or we could even have both of those on, so chase lights and white at the rear for those work lights at number 6 there. Or we just want the reverse lights, there we go, turn the ditch lights off, there we go. Easy stuff. That's made it super simple. This does mean so from anything else, just say I put some rock lights in there, or a compressor, or a relay for a winch. I'm going to put a relay for a winch in there. All I need to do is run the accessory wires to this fuse box down by my feet, and it automatically will wire it into the switch panel. So this can go back up and never come down again. Cool stuff.